What's up, people? Welcome back to another video. In this video I want to go through 8 of my tips for beginners that want to get into the gym and kind of things to help them kind of progress. So basically what it is that I made a lot of mistakes in my younger days when training. If I knew then what I knew now, I would have saved myself so many years and the progression would have been a lot different. I still see people making these mistakes on a daily basis and I'm like, oh, you know, you're missing out on so much if you just had this information. One, I made a lot of mistakes, and two, I'm seeing a lot of people make these mistakes as well on a daily basis. So first off is, when you are starting to train or get in the gym and start working out, make sure you go in with a plan. So when I first started out, I didn't have a bloody clue what I was doing. I just went around machine to machine, did a little bit. And I did this for months on end and I just didn't see any progression. Because of that, I'd stop going for a few months and then I'd be like, I need to get back in the gym. And it was just like a vicious cycle. So make sure you have a plan. What that basically means is if you're training chest, for example, say you're doing weight training, go in and, you know, have an idea of what workout and exercises you're going to do for that session. Now, you don't have to go all the way to the point where it's like, I'm going to do this many sets, this many reps, because when you're first starting out, you probably won't have the energy or the kind of muscle strength to last you through all of those. So you don't want to blast yourself out. But if you go in having an idea of kind of what you need to do, it will just make it a lot more easier for you and you can stick to that. Whether it's one muscle or a number of muscles that you're training, just make sure you have an idea or a plan of what you've got. Always have a little bit of a backup also for those exercises, because 9 times out of 10 when you're in a gym and if you're going at a busy time, the machine you might want to use might be taken already. You just have a main plan and maybe some sort of backup. Make sure you always warm up as well. So a couple of warm-up sets just to make sure you get some blood into the muscle, less likely to get injured. Yeah, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is basically, and I see this every single day and I made this mistake for years, execution form over weight. Always. The technique of doing the exercise is more important than the weight and the speed. What that basically means is when I first started training, I would just go in, put the weight up and just kind of just push it up or down or not get a full contraction on the muscle. Make sure that I'm lifting correctly with correct form and executing that movement correctly, because there's this thing like I need to go in the gym and lift big weights and then that's how I'm going to get big. But the thing is you want to hit the muscle in the right way so that you don't have to go so heavy so straight away, so you're not fatigued so quickly and you've got more in your reserve. So execution form always over weight. The worst thing to do is kind of go in, do a half-hearted session and think you've done something, when 9 times out of 10 you're probably working other muscles around that area, which is not going to kind of make a difference in helping you grow and get what you want from that workout. Kind of on the back of that, I would record yourself. For example, if you are doing a certain pressing movement or something, just put your phone down somewhere, record it, go back to it and look at yourself, because sometimes you can't see yourself until you record yourself and see it. Other people might be able to see you, but 9 times out of 10 they might not come over to you. Number 3 is try and do more machine work over free weight work. The reason is because you're still new to the game and you're still trying to build some strength. The machines will help because they're set in a certain way so you can do that movement. Now with free weights, especially when it comes to like dumbbells, so if you're doing a chest press, you're using balancing muscles as well. So if you haven't built the strength first, you are going to kind of do a bit of this. So I'd start with machine weights first, so you get used to doing that movement and then you can kind of move on to dumbbells and things like that. I did that a lot, where I'd start with dumbbells and I'm just like all over the place, going heavy, not good enough form. And then as soon as I started shifting to more machine work, that helped me build the strength. So then when I did move over to dumbbells, it was easier to kind of get the best out of that workout. Tip number 4 is this thing about cardio and weights and weight workout and cardio. So for me, I'm trying to put on muscle or trying to maintain the muscle that I've got. The best ideal situation, if you are going to do cardio while doing your weight workout, is split the 2 up. So you do cardio at one time and then weights at another. However, we do live busy lifestyles. We can't always do that. I know I can't. So I would do my weight workouts a priority and then I would do the cardio. So that's kind of the best way to do it. If your goal is to be more cardiovascular fit, then you could do your cardio first and then some sort of moderate light weight workout. If you are going heavy, then splitting the 2 up is the best thing to do. Sticking to something that is more steady state, that's going to keep your heart rate consistent, instead of something like you know, high interval training. Tip number 5 is basically training times. I see people, well, I was like this in the beginning where I'd spend a couple of hours in the gym just doing weights, and it was like I wasn't seeing any benefit. I was tired all the time. So for me right now, because I'm in the diet phase, my weight workouts maximum 45 minutes to an hour maximum. It'd only go to an hour if I'm taking a longer rest time in between. I think that is the optimal time for hitting the weight workout, because if you're doing the exercises correctly, you really don't need to spend hours and hours in the gym doing hundreds of millions of exercises, because once you've hit the muscle in the right way, it's going to be fatigued, and then it's going to grow with your diet, etc., if you're doing the right stuff, and then the rest time is going to help you grow. So definitely kind of making sure your training time is better than, or less than longer. So anything between 45 minutes to an hour best. That's what's worked for me the best, which I've seen the best growth from. Tip number 6 is, guys, please train legs. I see so many people just doing arms, chest, back, just the upper body, and they never train legs. And it's like, I made that mistake, because whenever I trained, if I ever was gonna miss a day, it was always leg day. That happened to me so much, where it would go months on end where I just wasn't getting a leg session in. And now, obviously, if you are looking to have an all-round physique, your legs are important. And if you look at building, you know, the structure's got to be strong for the building to stand. Same with legs. It's so important. I know it's hard work because biggest muscle group in the body, it's very taxing. If that's the case, you don't have to go so heavy and you can build up from there. But please, 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 guys, train legs and your calves as well, because I think I was talking to some of the girls in the gym the other day, and they're basically saying that they find men with big legs more attractive, and they're looking for guys. So if you are looking for someone, girls prefer a guy with big strong legs, also probably bigger legs than what they've got. So yeah, get out that mentality of not doing legs, and then you should be good. Women, just on the back of that, please train upper body. I see women training legs all the time, but they never really hit upper body. It's having that balance as well. I know most of the men are in that section, but yeah, please train upper body also. And last tip is, if you want abs, as much as training and cardio will help you shift some weight, abs are made in the kitchen. So if your diet plan is not on point, you're not going to get the abs that you want. And just with it all, just to end with, just stay consistent. Like, you're not going to see results straight away. It's just how this game is. You know, it takes time, but you're more likely now with following these things to see progression a lot sooner instead of later. So yeah, stay consistent. All my details are below. Thanks for watching. Look out for the next video, and yeah, stay in touch, DM me, and I'll see you for the next one. You're doing some posing.
Chest up, side. There. Come on, here. Say your last out.
Don't forget to smile.
Don't forget to smile. Get that smile. Come back. The chest up. Now, flat the lats. Come back. I take a week of
This stuff harder than actual workout.